Hello, welcome to the second episode of Sport Talk, a show where we get the opportunity to sit down with various student athletes and discuss their experiences with the recruiting process, as well as the transition between high school and college athletics. I'm your host, Scott Kiewe. Today we have the pleasure of introducing freshman field hockey player Sage Barnhart. Hello, Sage.
Hello, Scott.
So, tell me where you're from.
I'm from Lancaster County, PA.
And how long have you lived in Lancaster, PA?
I've lived there my entire life.
Okay. And did you grow up playing sports?
Yeah, I originally played soccer from the time I was 5 till 8th grade, and then I made the transition to field hockey my freshman year of high school.
Awesome. So when you started field hockey, did you pick it up right away, or is it something that you kind of struggled with a little bit in the beginning?
I was able to pick up positioning, because the positioning with soccer and field hockey is very similar. It's just basically the sport with a stick and a ball. It was more of the stick skills that was hard for me to pick up at first.
So you started freshman year. What was your high school team like your freshman year?
I loved my high school team. I think as time went on, it got better, but all the seniors that I had were super welcoming. They were really encouraging of me, obviously since it was my first year. So, yeah, I really enjoyed high school my freshman year.
So what would you say your growth was from freshman year to the time of kind of finishing up your high school season?
I'd like to say that my growth was it was a pretty huge gap. I mean, from the freshman year the whole way to my senior year, I think that I improved a ton, so.
And did you start your freshman year?
No, I played JV up until my sophomore year, and then I played varsity my junior and senior year.
Okay. And kind of run by your, how the team was compared to other teams in your conference.
I felt like we did very well. Unfortunately, my freshman year, our team was not up to par as what we usually are. So our school had gone to states quite a few years, and that was the first year, I believe, in 28 years that we had not qualified for the county tournament, to get into districts and stuff. So that was kind of unfortunate, but by the time I was a senior, we got into the second or third rounds of districts, so.
And at what age did you kind of realize, or what year did you realize that you really wanted to pursue a athletic career in college for field hockey?
My junior year.
And what specific things did you do your junior year in order to get yourself recruited? Did you do anything special? Did you play on any club teams? I played on a club team. I played in NITs, which is the National Indoor Tournament. That's a hotbed for recruiting. And also, I played at Spooky Nook, which is in PA, and it's where the USA women's team plays. And every year they have a huge college showcase tournament. So I did that my sophomore and junior year, and that's how I got coaches to look at me. What was the name of your club team that you played for?
Sutter's Brigade.
And so transitioning from high school to college, was there anything that you were expecting that didn't wow your expectations when you came to Hood versus being in high school?
I think the college level play in comparison to high school is very different. I think that when I first got here and I was, starting preseason and stuff, I think the first thing that I said to myself was, wow, I am way more tired during this preseason than high school.
Yeah.
There was a ton of running. We had running tests, just a lot higher expectations from the coaches.
What do you think your biggest thing was in high school that prepared you for college field hockey?
Definitely my coach. My coach was my best friend in high school. He had been coaching field hockey at my high school since 1979, so he's been there the whole time, and he was just super encouraging of me, especially when I made the transition from soccer to field hockey. So I think honestly his encouragement has gave me the confidence to feel wow, I am good enough to play at the collegiate level.
So now that you're here at Hood, you have had your season, basically you're about halfway through your season.
Mm-hmm.
Run by me, how it's been so far for you personally as well as your team.
So I really like it. I think a big thing that I like here is that I start and I definitely get a lot of playing time. I really like the girls that I play with. I feel like that we are really close since we're such a small team. There's only 16 of us, and I feel like I know all the girls on a personal level versus in high school there was about 32 girls on my team. So there was obviously, tension with playing time and that kind of stuff, and I honestly don't feel like any tension between the girls here, and I really do like the team here.
So Coach Andrews is in her second year as a coach here. How would you say that she's kind of brought about a culture of winning to the program?
So I believe that from last year, since she kind of stepped in she stepped into a program that obviously was struggling because of, previous coaches, and I think that she has done a really good job at, one, being extremely encouraging to us, like not letting us have doubts about, obviously the other seasons. And she definitely pushes for us to be more in shape. Like, she has running expectations. She makes us run probably 1 or 2 times a week during practice. And she instills discipline in us a lot, and she makes sure that we know that we need to be disciplined in order to have a successful season. So,
what has been your favorite game this season so far?
Lancaster Bible, because that was our first win, yeah, and I scored my first collegiate goal, so I was very excited.
How was that feeling when you scored that first collegiate goal?
I was so excited, and it was kind of unexpected because the way that it played out, my teammate had the ball and she kind of crossed it across the cage, and I just hit it in. I saw the ball, here's the cage, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit it in, and then I just heard it hit the back of the cage. I was like, yes, I was so excited.
So what drew you to Hood besides obviously field hockey? What was kind of the main thing that made you feel that you were gonna make this place your home?
I honestly fell in love with the campus. As soon as I walked on campus, I was like, wow, this place is absolutely beautiful. And the first time that I had toured it was around the summer going into my senior year, and it was very quiet. Obviously, there weren't a lot of students around it. It was just the atmosphere of it. I was like, wow, I can definitely see myself being here, which was very odd because I convinced myself I was going to stay in state. I was going to stay in PA, but when I came here, I was like, I think this would be a great place to figure out who I am.
Awesome. And what are you thinking about majoring in here?
I'm currently a bio major, and hopefully it stays that way.
Okay, and how's the workload been with the bio and the chem classes that you have to take?
It's a lot. It wasn't as bad the first week or two, and I was like, wow, this isn't bad. And now that I have 2 or 3 exams under my belt, I'm like, okay, I need to study a lot. But I do enjoy bio. I knew since freshman year that I wanted to be a bio major, so.
How have you adjusted to time management compared to in high school, compared to college? How have you adjusted to your time management schedule because you have field hockey, you have practices every day? Run by how you do that.
So a lot of my classes don't start till later, 10:30, 11. So I try to wake up early sometimes, if I know I have an assignment done, just because I have practice and stuff. And also, since I'm a freshman, it's mandatory that I go to study hall. So I think the fact that I know I have to go and I'll get in trouble if I don't, I'm like, okay, I need to make it a point to go and get my work done. So that's definitely been helpful.
So describe the field hockey team in one word for me.
Family.
Family?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I'm Scott Kiewe. Thank you very much for watching the second episode of Sport Talk. I hope to see you next time.